Hi peeps, or people, or however you want to be addressed. I'm Sil Rasmussen, and this is my first video on this channel. It will be a bit experimental in the beginning, and I hope that will get a bit better after a while. I will cover 4 topics: world building, writing, science, Nerini, and yeah, not in this video though. This video will be about world building mostly. Well, why do I cover world building? I world build a lot, you know. And for writing, I write. I mean, I'm working on a series of books. Working on the first one, not even published yet. So I don't know. Do I have a right to talk about writing? I don't know. Really, take generally on this channel, take what I say with a grain of salt. That is, I guess, advised. I guess I would talk a little bit about tropes and yeah, writing advice that I like and writing advice that I don't like, stuff like that. And maybe I've come with advice with myself. Again, I've never published anything, so take what I say with a grain of salt. As for science, as you may see on the screen now, I'm an engineering student, and I also want to tackle a little bit of science there, maybe explaining some stuff. So yeah, and I'm having I have a bachelor degree in mechanical science, and I'm taking a master in materials. So that's fun, you know. Corona time, suddenly beginning to study, although you thought you were absolutely done with it. So yeah, as you can see, I draw in GIMP, or I drew. This is honestly a recording. I can't draw that fast. The new videos, there's something with 50 minutes or something. And Nerini. What is Nerini? A word you don't recognize. Or maybe you do. You're welcome either way. Nerini, that is a passion project of mine. It's a world that I world built, you know. And yeah, it's for the books that I write, and I'm frankly in love with it. And maybe well, you all these things that it seems to consist of, that will make sense later. Yeah, so I will have some video about fun facts about Nerini later on. So yeah, and yeah, using GIMP here, and I'm honestly using GIMP and a drawing tablet, and sometimes my mouse, because drawing tablets and GIMP don't mix well together. So what is world building? I found the definition on the web when I've colored this thing, and world building is honestly a lot of places, but no, the text comes. And it's built in places, people, cultures, biomes, languages, history, more or less everything. But according to dictionary.com, it's the process of developing a detailed and plausible fictional. I'm actually reading for the process of developing a detailed and plausible fictional world for a novel or story, especially in science fiction, fantasy, and video games. In quotation marks, because that is from dictionary.com. And yeah. So to today's topic, worldbuilding. Well, I'm already on the topic. The topic now is making place names, and there are some methods to do that. You can well, you begin with making a seed for the name. So let's say description of nature, history of the place, people's name, like a person or a people, the importance of the place, so like seeds, like what it originally meant. And here I'm like, there's a place I want to name, and I I try to come up with ideas. So there are well, three things you can do with that seed. You can just let it stay as it is. That is totally fine. You could use the conlang method, like translate it into another language, as I'm trying to do here actually. You can also like have the language in another existing language, and then just doing a terrible like translation-ish, where you just like do the babble method and just take that babble method into a new language. So you have like Avon River or River Avon or something, and it's a river in Britain. Romans didn't understand river in Old British. Yeah, if you wonder, is something wrong with the screen? No, I'm in another document finding out how to translate that phrase. So therefore I'm away. Another method that doesn't take a seed actually, so meaning of the place could be whatever. That is like you have a selection of sounds, like very vague rules of how a place name typically is. I call that method the sounding good method. Yes. Some words that just feels fine, and you just mash some letters together. That's not what's happening here. I'm actually translating it to the conlang named Gubadoma, I mean. And yeah, and translating to conlangs take time, as you can see. But I mentioned the babbling method, and that is actually something you will see quite soon, or actually now. I'm like, when I did this, I was like saying it very fast, like Sunni Sali Kaftiti Sunni Sali Kaftiti Stemili, and then it became Suli Kaftiti Stemili, and yeah, it came very fast after a while. So then it is naming the city Suligafti, and then I do the yeah, that is just placing down a seed. I will do that. Lanaby Lake, yeah, as that's just a person called Lanaby, or a people that was at the lake, or the lake is famed for. So now I will do the sounding good thing, as I say here. So I have a kind of rule for rivers, and I thought like, yeah, Accio, that sounded good, and I remember that in names, C before an E is an S, so I had to change it to a K. Yeah, and well, it seems that the video stopped, so, or the raw video stopped, so I guess that's it for today, for today's ramble.